Hey my beautiful Libra peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot and welcome into your July 2023 tarot reading. How are you? I hope all is well. With that all being said, and before we start, if you're interested in personal readings, products, and so much more, feel free to check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description below. Definitely feel free to check it out if you're interested. But Libras, how are you? I hope you guys are doing great, and let's see what's up here for your July 2023. So what do we got going on here for the zodiac sign of Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout July 2023. What information is rolling on in here for the zodiac of Libra? Moving on into the new month of July 2023. What's going on here for you? Let's take this card. All right, we got a Queen of Wands flipping out here for you. So overall energy, Queen of Wands, looking at the current energy, Ten of Swords, what you're dealing with this month. We got the High Priestess, and then looking at the current outcome, Four of Swords is showing up here in July as well. I definitely feel like you're finding strength here in getting more rest. I'm seeing that with the Queen of Wands here to the Four of Swords, like you're finding more strength here in resting more, rejuvenating more. I am seeing for some of you, like physical rest can be really, really important for you. The summer months are coming. You might feel like it's harder to sleep, especially if it's so hot. Maybe some of you guys need to invest in like a better cooling system, and AC, a good fan, is something that I'm seeing here for you guys. I run hot all the time. My body is constantly hot, even in the winter time. I am hot as shit. So with that being said, I can relate for anybody who feels that way, but I do get the sense here for you guys. It's going to be a pretty empowering month from the start with the Queen of Wands coming out. Super strong card, but it's also a card of being very expressive. And I think that I'm hearing it's like you've bit your tongue for too long, or you've been silent for too long about certain circumstances, and you're definitely ready here to let it all out. You can't bite your tongue anymore. You need to speak up. You need to, basically, what's the word that I'm looking for here? Let it out, if you will. I mean, taking a look here at what your current energy is, we have here the Ten of Swords. This can be a card that represents some sort of ending. So I'm not sure what that may be. It could be the ending to a friendship, romantic relationship, the ending to a work or career field. It could be an ending to anything, but there is something here that I do feel that needs to stop for you, and you speaking out on that is what is happening here. Looking at what you're dealing with, High Priestess is intuition. You're feeling the call, if you will. I think that you've been feeling the call or the pull to end something for quite a while, and by you finally expressing yourself and speaking out and saying what needs to be said, I think that you're taking that call and you're ending a situation entirely. Looking at that outcome, Four of Swords, as you end something, it starts to allow you to become more rested, more rejuvenated. It's like I'm hearing it's nice that it's finally over, whatever this situation may be to you personally. So let's have a look here in terms of clarification. What's going on here with this Ten of Swords for Libra? Ace of Swords coming out. We got here the Tower, and the Queen of Pentacles coming out here as well. The Tower card here is a really rocky foundation, right? It is a foundation that's no longer feasible, a foundation that no longer works for you. When you think about the Tower shows up as a very tattered old tower that can fall at any minute. You can probably huff and puff and blow that bitch right down, more than likely, right? That's how unstable the Tower naturally is. And I get that feeling for you, Libra, where it's like, fuck that. I want to build a 5-star hotel instead of having the Tower. I want something that actually is going to stand in place for years and years and years to come. So with the Queen of Pentacles accompanying this Tower card, Queen of Pentacles is about where you invest your energy. It's about putting yourself first and taking a look here at your own choices that are going to benefit you. It's not a hill that I want to die on here with a Tower. I'm not going to die on this hill, point blank period. So looking at the Ace of Swords, you're getting ready here to really cut through the Tower. You're letting a foundation that doesn't serve you anymore fall to the ground so that you can go ahead and rebuild. Right? So it's time to rebuild. Now, what is this rebuilding process in regards to? Page of Wands could be about someone here who was very, very flirtatious. I think that there was a difference between the two of you, because Ten of Cups is a card of love. It's a card of looking for a future partner, looking for a soulmate, looking for a family, right? Because this is someone that maybe you wanted to create a family with. Page of Wands, maybe somebody didn't take it as serious, so you could have been connecting with somebody in love where you wanted everything to be very serious. Maybe you wanted to be married, you wanted a real future, and they never really took it super serious. Page of Wands, they were immature, they were always playing around, and you felt like your needs weren't being met. So this can be indicating a breakup for some of you coming into the month of July. I do believe that that breakup, though, is going to be initiated by you, just because there's too many differences in what we want when it comes to the future. Now, if it's not about a breakup here, maybe you just didn't see the vision in your company or the vision in your career. Maybe you felt like you weren't being treated with a lot of respect. Maybe you felt like you weren't being treated in a manner where you were valued because you felt like you deserved more. So I can be seeing, or, it very well likely can be you taking a step back from a career of some sort. And it even could be a friendship, Maybe you brought a lot of love to the table. Maybe somebody here brought a lot of drama, because sometimes Page of Wands can be an attention-seeking person, and maybe the person you were dealing with only really ever cared about what attention they got or how they looked as a person, how they were perceived. And it's kind of like, I'm not about this. I'm looking for something more genuine instead of something that honestly really feels very fake and plastic. So that could have been a scenario you were dealing with as well here with the Tower. Now, let's go ahead and have a look here and see what is showing up in your challenge position coming into the month here of July 2023. Sorry, guys. Let me get my cards together real quick. Thank you very much. But what's showing up here in the challenge position for Libra? 9 of Cups. It's been a challenge to enjoy yourself. I get the intuitive feeling here that the reason why it's been a challenge to enjoy yourself is because even though ending something is for your higher good, you still can't help but feel a little bit bad. That's a very Cancerian answer right there. So I can resonate with that, right? Being a Cancer sun, being a Cancer rising, and also being a Libra moon, right? So I got a lot of Libra energy in me, right? The way that I reflect on my emotions, the way that I feel emotions and things of that nature is very Libra-like in its nature. So 9 of Cups showing up here. It's hard to be happy right now because a part of me feels bad for this ending. And a part of me feels like a fool for sticking around however long I had. And at the end of the day, I just want to enjoy myself, but it hasn't been easy to, All right, let's get more clarity into why Libra's feeling that way. So more clarity into why Libra here is having a hard time or a difficult time being able to enjoy themselves coming into July. 7 of Wands, 5 of Swords, and the Temperance. Yeah, it's kind of like you can tell and almost feel person that you're dealing with here. You can feel their attachment to you. I do want to say, Libra, that granted you have cut the physical energy out of this person, I would work on cutting the cord as time progresses. And if it's not a person you're cutting out and it's a job, I would still do what you can to cut the cord from the job more on a spiritual level. And what I mean by this, guys, is that besides just physically distancing yourself from someone, you have to be willing to completely detach yourself from what their energy is and what it represents. If you still feel bad for the person you're dealing with, let's say a breakup had happened, you definitely are allowed to still care for people despite whether or not they were good for you, but recognizing that you're not responsible for how they feel is something that's really important, right? I think that you feel a sense of responsibility for how they feel. If you quit a job that was treating you poorly, you might still feel responsible for leaving them empty-handed or shorted because maybe you would feel like that's not fair. What if I did that to me? But at the end of the day, you have to remember if it wasn't serving you in your highest good, it's not good to hold on to things like that as well. So you had to be considerate of your feelings, and those had to be the top priority. So I get the feeling here of like having to cut it more on a spiritual level too, recognizing that you had every right to do what you did and you're not responsible for how other people react and respond based off your decisions, okay? Is what I want to say here for you as well. Now, moving forward throughout the rest of July, let's have a look here and see what you can expect this month. So what can Libras expect throughout the rest of July? Ace of Wands coming out here for you. Beautiful. Yeah, this is the card here of new beginnings. So this is fantastic. I definitely see eye-opening new beginnings coming in for you. It is a massive card here of passion too. I do feel like some of you could definitely be aligning with like a new type of passion. If you have cut out a job here, you might be figuring out like what you really feel passionate about, like what you really want to do. So that might be prompting you to start a business. It might be prompting you to like go back to college, or it might even just prompt you to like start like applying to all the jobs that align with this new niche you're really interested in. But yeah, I see the Ace of Wands here as a card of like, whoa, like I have a lot of passion here right now about what I want to do next in my future. So I do get the feeling that you have things figured out, which is wonderful. The greatest thing about the 4 of Swords showing up here as that current outcome was that you were able to completely detach from your previous environment that that needed to end. And now that you're detached from it, you can see clearly what you want, which is really, really awesome. Now, having a look here at that Ace of Wands, give me some information about the Ace of Wands, please. 2 of Swords here, 6 of Wands here, and the 4 of Wands coming out for you guys as well. So, dude, awesome. 2 of Swords is the card here of choice. I think one of the biggest reasons why you can expect new beginnings and a lot of like amazing stuff coming for you throughout the rest of July, is because you're choosing success here with the Six of Wands. You know, I think that your whole mindset and your whole perspective is switching up. It's like, I'm choosing success. I don't care if I don't have success right now. I don't care if I don't have the dream job I want. I don't care if I don't have the dream relationship I want. I am claiming it for myself, and I'm inviting it and manifesting it into my life. So I do feel like many of you are tapping into that perspective where it's like, I'm not going to sit here and be all woe is me and all unhappy. I'm going to get what I want. So success, you're coming to me. You know what I'm saying? Perfect relationship, I'm going to have you. Amazing job, it's going to happen. It's like your mindset is being primed here with tons of fire and tons of passion. And I think it's going to lead you to that Four of Wands, man, which is that happy dappy environment of a person who's happy with what it is they have, Libra. Okay. So I like that, guys. I feel like I'm hearing like it's an energy of making a commitment to yourself to make sure that you keep going. I'm not going to be in this position ever again, putting up with something for so long that wasn't worth it for me. I'm going to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to strive, and I will get to where I want to go. Beautiful. Loving it, guys. Really good energy, really positive attitude is what I'm seeing for you. Looking at the overall outcome of July, Three of Pentacles, Libras here are getting to work. So you definitely are hunkering down, putting in the hard work to get the good results. Love it for you guys. All right, let's go ahead and have a look here and see what the most important message is going to be here that Libra needs to hear regarding July 2023. Keep in mind, this can be in correlation to everything we read, or it can be a random message too. But what does Libra need to hear moving into July 2023? We have the Hangman coming out. We have here the King of Swords. And we have here the Hierophant. Yeah. Hierophant card, the card of devotion. King of Swords coming over here, the card of discipline, having boundaries, taking things serious, taking your life serious in a positive way, recognizing that your life matters, your happiness matters. Hangman card showing up here for you, the moment of epiphanies or massive epiphanies showing up for you. I do think that coming into July, there is going to be a lot of epiphanies showing up for you left and right. Like a lot of things are going to start to make sense, but also like a lot of epiphanies in the sense of like where to go directional wise. I think your guys are going to start seeing new directions that maybe you haven't seen before. It's like, you know, I was so trapped thinking that like my life was just going to be this or my life was just going to be here, but you see a different way is what I'm hearing for you as well, which is really awesome. So most important message, set boundaries this month. Make sure you take yourself serious. It doesn't matter if other people don't take you serious. Take yourself serious. Hierophant card. Don't be afraid to be committed to yourself, and don't be afraid to be devotion and of service to yourself. And looking at the Hangman card showing up here for you, I just want to say, I think that this is going to be a pretty big month of epiphanies. So if you start seeing new directions in ways that you've never seen before, don't be afraid to go down those directions. They're really awesome, and they're going to guide you to some cool places is what I want to say here too. Okay. All right, Libra, before we end out your reading, let's go ahead and take a look here and close it off with some advice from the universe. So what advice do we have here from the universe for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout July 2023? What advice do we have from the universe here? We have a Page of Swords. Moving into the next card, we have here a Three of Wands. And then taking a look here at the last and final card, we have here the Justice coming out here for you, which is the Libra card as well. Page of Swords has always been an interesting card to me. A lot of people look at the Page of Swords as a stalker card in the tarot. I tend to look at the Page of Swords as somebody who's hesitant. It's like they want to say something, but they won't. They want to do something, but they just don't do it. They hold themselves back. You know, Three of Wands here, it's a card that can be about waiting for your ships to come in, and Page of Swords being a card of hesitancy. I'm getting that energy of the universe saying, don't wait on anything, Libra. Don't wait for things to happen. You're the person that creates things. You're the person that makes things happen in general. You know, the more you wait for life to just change, your life's always going to remain the same. You have to be the change. You are the change that makes your life different. And you have to be willing to take different approaches and new paths and new risks. And you have to be willing to assess what you'd like to change and what you'd like to work on. So I feel like the universe is trying to tell you coming into the month of July, don't wait for change, be the change, because that's what you are. You are a manifester. You are the person who can create your reality. You are the author of your story. And if you allow yourself to take a look here at your life and really, really focus on channeling your energy into what you want, you certainly can have it as being the author of your own story. You know, Justice card showing up here for you, balance. I think that the universe here is trying to tell you, you know, try to do everything you can within your power to really start looking at how you would feel in instances. I think we touched base earlier in the reading. I was saying to you guys with the Five of Swords, I believe, that you kind of felt bad about walking away from somebody because you're like, well, what if I put myself in their shoes, and see how they feel? Like, I'd feel kind of bad and I'd feel kind of guilty. I think that there has to be balance in the sense that you should look at your shoes too. You are walking your own path, and you should look at how you feel too about a situation. The more you kind of consider other people over you, the more you're going to be living life for others and not for yourself. So you have to have a good balance. You can put yourself in the shoes of others. I don't think that that's a horrible, wrong thing to do, but I think that you also have to take a look here at your path and consider your feelings too. And I would focus on doing that a lot more here coming into the month of July 2023. Okay. All right, the Libra, it's been an honor to read for you guys. I hope you enjoyed your read. I hope it made sense, of course. Thank you so much for coming out and spending time with me. It really means a lot, guys. If you are new here, do consider subscribing. I'd be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. But Libras, have a wonderful July, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love to my Soul family, and guys, take care and have yourselves a good one. Peace.